On the court for Memphis, they've got Jalen Green, Nas Reed out there with Filipowski. Then there's Devin Vassell, and it's Booker in at the point guard position.
In for Memphis, number 9, TJ McConnell.
To the inside, Filipowski. Oh, powered down with both hands.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Gordon on the wing. Hits the three-pointer. So many things to love about opening day.
Hits while Pharrell keep talking this music. Patty cake, I'm the baker's man. I bake them cakes as fast as I can, and you can tell by how my bread stack up. Then this rap so the back up. Watch it, like my whip, like my chick. Doing a $1.6 with me in the cockpit. Grinding, cousin, I got 4 dozen, even 11.5. If I see you, keep it coming in my. That's just as heavy as my name. So much dough, I can't swear I won't change. Excuse me if my wealth got. The icing on the cake. I'm like a balance through the hood. Kids call me. Other hand on my plated whistle. One eye closed. As if I was Slick Rick. My aim is still an issue. The soul in whichever palm I'm holding. One'll leave you. The other. I'm grinding, Jack. I keep in a lining. Better stay in line when you see it like me shining. Grinding. You know what I keep in a lining. Better stay in line when you see it like me shining.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live and the Warriors dynasty with their course seemingly over. You never want to completely scratched them out. But, Shams, how are we going to remember the run that this remarkable franchise has had?
You could make a case that the 2017 team might be the best to ever play, and the Warriors have become an elite franchise in NBA history. It might be a while since we see a dynasty quite like this, especially with the big three of Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson.
Hall of Famers, great coaching, solid ownership. They had it all. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. P.J. Washington is out there with Daniel Gafford. Then it's Zion Williamson. Then it's Shaedon Sharpe. And it's Ball in a point. Here's Dennis with the drive. Plays it up and banks it in.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now, here's Washington. In the game against Philadelphia. Very impressive. Here's Williamson, and the rejection by Towns.
A firm denial by Towns, knocking it away with that tremendous lift.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Floats one. Orlando moving the ball around. Pass to Dennis. 6 to shoot. Drills it from outside.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Now, here's Sharpe. Williamson looking it over. Drives to the hoop, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Jaden McDaniels.
Just such mobility from Zion moving from one side to another. His force is an issue.
Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the 76ers. Here's Siakam. Can't get the reverse layup to fall.
Well, after nailing the first 4 shots of the game, some relief for the defense. They finally missed one.
And as the salary cap looks set to rise significantly, Sean, any major effects that you can anticipate?
It won't be like the year the Warriors signed KD. They're going to smooth the cap numbers, and it's not going to spike quite the same. But these numbers will continue to get eye-popping when you think about player salary, and you have to keep in mind luxury tax and the new second apron that came into play with the collective bargaining agreement, and that will play a part in how teams build, not putting yourself in a restricted position to continue to build winning organizations.
A lot of moving parts to contend with, but boy, a lot on the horizon. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Williamson with a screen for Washington. Back to Ball for the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
So often, LaMelo is the setup man. There, he's on the finishing end.
Outside, Towns. A rebound by Washington. Warriors trail by 6. Knocked away. The 11-footer and the rejection by Towns. Ball no good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the court.
Pass to Dennis. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Towns. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Sharpe on the wing. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Here's Gafford. Ball's knocked loose.
and you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now, here's McDaniels. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Siakam. Here's the 3. The shot by McDaniels, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but looked like plenty of room.
Floats it up for Williamson. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, I like it when he goes vertical, but I like it when he stays there. How about Zion getting up?
Here's Dennis, defended by Sharp.
Look at the handles. Gets through the D and then powers it home.
Such a pretty move inside. Clark, how do you stop that? And the league continuing, Shams, to tweak the rules around replay review. But would you set a time limit to maybe tweak it a little bit?
Have to, right? Especially some of these games and the way they're ending. It's something to try if you can't find a cause to really overturn in a minute or two. Let's keep this game moving. I think we all love a free-flowing game.
I agree.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
With the floater. Shots good by Siakam.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Warriors trail by 10. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And Orlando making a change here. Connects checked in. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Look at Orlando. They're in the upper part of the conference records right now, in 5th place.
When I look at Orlando, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Well, the goal is very defined. They have to have a strong finish to the season and make sure they get home court advantage for at least the first few rounds of the playoffs.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Towns down low. He's covered by Ball. He had a nice open look right there. Dennis has got 6 points.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Williamson outside. Back to Ball. Will it go? Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Ball's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Warriors. Orlando leading by 10. Pass to Dennis. He takes it in. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That'll be his second foul of the game. Josh Richardson's checked in for the Warriors. Hey, Shams, I know you cover the league like no one else, but I've seen your jump shot. You have a sweet jam. You must have played organized ball, I'm assuming.
I played a little bit in high school, Kevin, but once I got cut in high school, that's when I knew my career path would have to trend into what I'm doing now in the writing and covering the NBA. But listen, I have a lot of confidence in my jump shot, watching players like Steph Curry shoot the basketball. I'm not trying to give any comparisons, but I do love to shoot the ball. That is the one thing I know I can do decently on the field.
I know. I love your answer.
Not much else, but I can shoot.
Richardson, good.
D's got to pay better attention to Richardson, one of the better shooters on the roster. This time, he gets it done from the mid-range.
Here's Towns. Takes it out to Siakam. Here's McDaniels. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Orlando?
How about the ferocity we have seen from them on defense? I mean, they're looking to contest every shot that goes up.
Well, they've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break, that will add to your total in a hurry.
Achua, he's checked in for the Warriors. And McDaniels drops them both.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Richardson outside. Williamson. Orlando grabs the miss.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
And Connect gets it. To go.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Pass to Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
We've heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
Now here's McDaniels. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Warriors trail by 12. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, earlier I spoke with Orlando's head coach. The first player that coach mentioned was Zion Williamson. He said, we don't see anyone like Zion all year. His power is unmatched, but Zion also has the touch and burst. We have to create a wall around the basket. Now, we've seen Zion play, and I think he's going to break through that wall more than once. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. The kick out to Towns. And it's Orlando with another.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
We have all these great foreign players. Maybe 3 of the top 5 players in the NBA are all foreign players, right? And so much was made of Anthony Edwards. There's a 22-year-old American player who has maybe the charisma, the game, the everything you could package. It could be our next great player. Is there ever talk around the league about why are European players being so dominant? Where are the great young American players to compete against this great influx of international players?
The grassroots programs, you have to look at what happens abroad and in the States. You have to give a lot of credit to the way that they develop players over in Europe. In any of those regions, they do a great job, and those players are hungry, they're driven, they're passionate. They're trying to get here to the States and play basketball at the highest level in the NBA. And you see at the amateur level, there can be a lot of fluidity, there can be a lot of flux. Players are given so much so soon in America. So to be able to have that chip on your shoulder, to have the passion, and to exude the confidence that Anthony Edwards has, the younger generation of players definitely have someone in Anthony Edwards to look up to.
Good. And it's 6 points for Zion Williamson.
Inside, Zion just a monster. He could go over or through opposition.
Orlando making some changes. Holmes checked in, and it's Marshall in for Pascal Siakam. Isaiah Jackson, he's checked in for the Warriors. Rollins comes in for Sharp. Orlando leading by 14. Here's Dennis. He has 6. Here's Connect. Another miss by Orlando.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's Williamson. There it is, his 3rd basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's Dennis, covered by Rollins. Reverses. Dennis misses.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
Williamson against Lewis. And that one's good, Williamson.
And I like that they're not settling. Hitting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Takes it inside. And he jams it with authority.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Good work defensively by Holmes. Orlando leading by 12. 55 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Marshall. Pass to connect. Marshall with it. 6 on the shot clock. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. Richardson gets a wide open look. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Orlando's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Here's Dennis, covered by Rollins. Pass to Dennis. A floater, now connect. That 3 off the mark. Williamson with it. 10 points for him. Here's Richardson. Jacks up a 3. Second chance shot. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Orlando. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. We've got Rollins. Williamson out there with Precious Achua. Then it's Isaiah Jackson. And it's Richardson in at the 2. Hey, Shams, we know you've reported on so many big trades that did happen. Were there ever a few that were close to happening but may have fallen apart at the 11th hour?
I always wait until things are 100% confirmed, but listen, there's always a trade or two that's viewed as done but just does not happen, whether it sours, whether something falls apart. There's always one deal or two that falls apart at the trade deadline or in the offseason, but I try to wait as best I can and make sure that when I report, it is confirmed.
Now, here's Richardson. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
The attacking mentality of Josh Richardson right now, proving once again how tough a cover he can be.
Here's Dennis. Rollins grabs the board. Warriors trail by 7. Pass to Richardson. Driving in. And he stays with it. Here's Rollins. Still scoreless. Tries again. And he sinks the layup. Orlando leading by 5. Here's Dennis. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest. We get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
And I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
Orlando leading by 7. Siakam, right side. Shannon passes to Dennis. With the fadeaway, the Warriors pull it in. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And it's Williamson missing. For Orlando, they won their last contest, that game against Boston. And in last year's playoff, Shams, we did see a lot of players injured and unable to play. What a...
Now she using eBay. OTF, I use it each way. OTF, HETF with new lay. I used to ride the 4, the ops was on the 2 tray. Don't call my phone no more, you not my boo thing. Don't call my phone no more, I'm having mood swings. Riding with that, that's my goonie. I be in my zone, I'm in my 2-3. I used to thought I was loopy. It's me and rockin' dirt, too deep. And yeah, we come in peace, don't want no drama. But when it come to defense, we got. And when they come to, they don't know low-key, yeah, I'm a roster. Paddock on my wrist, that's a bust down. All I know is get it up from uptown. Left from stuck down. Only because I'm up now. Only because I'm up now. She was with you first, but she with us now. All this LA, I take be bust down. Oh, yeah, Fugazi, let me find out. Oh, yeah, Fugazi, let me find out. Oh, yeah, Fugazi, let me find out. Nowadays, I get you lying now. Nowadays, be out of line.
So you think I ain't gonna speak from my heart, you know what I'm saying? I want 1,000. Yeah. I done turned a dancer to a trophy. I done bought rings like Kobe. Never sent a tweet with emotions, She heard she got emotional. Got my heart like I feel her heart beating when I'm hugging her. Take me back to Kingston to see my ancestors. On your grave and some red leather. Turbo pound of mirror to seats, bird feathers. Keep lying on me like Carmelo. Don't lie to me, I'm on God levels. Forever's not long enough. If it's endless, what we done? Either you a rebel or what we done? Stars, what we doing? A few remain nameless, deserve my dedication. I just want my movement like Larry Davis. Came from Amsterdam, had my head up. Screenshot, got me fed up. Playing with like a silter. She ain't tryna shop me, she thinking selfish. I just bought my yarn, new Rosellas. Went to Tokyo, I had to hit the like the kicker with a cause she played soccer. Enter to some goals. Know she want that Balenciaga and it's obvious. Real patience for them big faces and I got it. Still from the last night. The ones working. I just left. Your wife at the back. Leave me all alone, I'm throwing a party. I'm gonna have commitment in this world of sin. Try my best to love you in this world we in. Take another look at every foreign I'm in. End up with the that I started with. I must been when I recorded this. Had in my hand while I was typing it. I know I'm arrogant, but don't be trifling. I iced at you once and you got iced again. These guitars sound like Parliament. I just blow the chick, baby, pardon me. All black trim, dark burgundy. Keep it real with me, no perjury. Put them bags on her arm like waistband. Sex Fifth Avenue, she ran through 80 bands. Got the passport ready with some aliens. Got my transport up on my radiance. Got my transport up with Mercedes-Benz. I can't never give up on what we had. Abracadabra made my side better. I'ma stay down with you, but don't give me a headache. Lifestyle's radical, please excuse me. California housing, getting better with my visions. Audemars Richard Bill came in a FedEx. Like a grudge that I ain't never again. While I'm looking at my present, presidential tense in the back, I done made it. You better stay on your getting graded. Take you to a spot in St. Barts, is you ready? Whip the double R with the stars in the hearings. Caught up with the baby, did I change the address? Times got hard and I your lashes. Everything real, I got my gold veneers added. But I will rock a paddock if you love us. Maybe it'll be. I know I lost your trust, but I made you. I got to tell you how I'm feeling. I tiptoe, now I dance with the devil. I take a boat out to Bahamas. Shout it right for a real one like a. I done turned a dancer to a trophy. I done bought rings like Kobe. Never sent a tweet with emotions, She heard she got emotions, Got my heart like I can feel her heart beating when I'm hugging her. Take me back to Kingston to see my ancestors. On your grave and some red leather. On your grave and some red leather. Forever's not long enough. If it's endless, what we done? What we doing?
Pluto got 20 girlfriends. I'm doing it wrong. Cut off all my. Now I'm only putting you on a song. Day one, shawty been with me from the playground. Hey now, maybe that's the reason I was playing around. Running like a chicken with his head cut off. Through the streets with a lot of red leather on my shoulder blades. In my older age, see the error of my ways, but I'm still not totally over all the temptation. Why the sin give you all the sensation? Yeah, I'm with Future up and just wasting a lot of money on the education. Throw so much paper that we causing inflation. Now it's late and I'm getting impatient. Penn Station, I'm playing, I'm just. She whispering in my ear. But I'm staying strong, I got authority, willpower. When I feel power, me and Astro, 6'4", we the twin towers, It's a metaphor for the boy when you in proximity. I can't stop right now, they gon' remember me forever. My story's more clever, my similes was better. My energy was never on some toughest. I was just a conscious rapper that was. I was just a college from a rougher premises. Kept my nose out the streets, but I love to get a whiff. But an action, with risk comes attraction. And I turned it to a track star. Wanted all the thing I rap for. I've been trying to since hacksaw, Jim Duggan, running through the field in my Timbs. Now I'm with Young Metro on the VIP, incoming. For the like we make love and thinking to myself, could I really be with one woman? I think so, but it's hard when you with your dogs at the thinking I could Ruby Rose with a keystroke. Ego, ask yourself, is that gonna bring you peace though?
Forever's not long enough. If it's endless, what we done? Either you're a rebel or what we done? Stars, what we doing?
This for my city, this for my city, this for the town, this for the town, this for the win, this for the win, this for the crown, this for the crown, this for my homies and brothers. They know that I love them, I got them, I'm holding it down. Shorty, you pretty, you come to my city. I promise, I'll show you around. This for my city, 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 this for my city. This for my homies and brothers, they know that I love them, I got them, I'm holding it down. Shorty, you pretty, you come to my city. I promise, I'll show you around. This for my city, you know how we on it, they know how we coming. Visit my city, we thank you for coming. We party at night and go home in the morning. Shorty is watching, she know that I'm on her, and I've been excited.
Hello and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports this Tuesday evening. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and well, Grant, we're near the middle point of the year now. At what point do coaches start looking at limiting the minutes of their stars?
You know, each game is really the determining factor for how that plays out. So when possible, you keep your stars in there for close games and get them some rest when the outcome isn't in question.
So we'll look at our starters for Orlando. They've got DeMar DeRozan. Hayes is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Dennis in at the 2 spot. Here's Dennis to the paint. Here's Towns. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Excellent work by Towns, refusing to let the contact throw him off balance.
And here's Curry for 3. Orlando with the rebound. This game against Mexico City here, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, they got swept by a team that was also struggling last season.
Back to Towns. Pass to Hayes. DeRozan looks it over. 5 to shoot. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
With his strength and explosiveness, DeRozan's so imposing when he gets it inside.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Mexico City's head coach. We got into it about his strategy against Karl Anthony Towns. These modern bigs are tough to stop, he told me, and went on to say, I'm hoping we can just force him to take bad shots, not the ones that he wants. I'll settle for that. So they're looking to disrupt Cat's selections and keep him from his spots, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And down it goes. 2 points. For Orlando, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Pass to Butler. Outside Neesmith. Dennis with a rebound. Here's Towns. And it's...
It's hard to say loyal to you when she looking at me in that way. It's hard to not think about the way I that now you remember. Put me on her page and now she won't post on IG, she's clever. Hit her in a burner, I'm in Atlanta, close to the river. You the spirit of Jezebel, little girl, you was on my tether. I was giving my all to you, you cold, I gave you my sweater. Took you to a ball or 2, and baby, you fit in a slipper. I'm doing my all for you, and you were just letting us with her. But one thing I know, my money is small for you, so you better sound it hurt for right. I'm real Santana tonight. I'm wearing Rick Aaron's tonight. Yeah, I'm counting the bands tonight. Yeah, that rain tonight. Yeah, I'll get in the tan today. I'm getting some tonight. Yeah, I'm rocking some beats tonight. I'm rocking some beats tonight. I'm getting a tan today. I'm rocking some beats tonight. I'm rocking some beats tonight. I'm getting a tan today. I'm rocking some beats tonight. And I wanna get forever. And I wanna get forever. And I wanna get forever. Yeah, she shaking that like a earthquake.
Yeah, let's have it one in the game when she see us have that G. Want my
name, but I'm finna pass this free. Yeah, she tryna get in my mind, I lock the door and pass the key. Yeah, I tell that one time that she'll never find another like me. Yeah, too bad I might make her my accessory. My mama said I rock like too much black, I might need me an exorcist. Let me shine forever. If it's time, I'm ready. I might turn on no edit. Think this is heaven sent. Be the like me, she can never. Be a like you, I can never. I'm with the game forever. Getting fresh forever. Top floor, but we on the 5th level. Getting cash forever. Forever.
And I wanna get me forever. And I wanna get me forever. And I wanna get me forever. Yeah, she checking it. She like an earthquake. I know it's never. But I couldn't be like you, I could never. He said he couldn't meet and like me, he could never. It's hard to say loyal to you when she looking at me in that way.
Yo, me that like me, you can never. Yo, me that like me, you can never. Yo, me that like how I might never. Yeah, the shot it right forever.
Wake up, filthy.
Hold up. I sat down, cross, turn my neck, shut him up. I sat down, cross, turn my neck, shut him up. I sat down, cross, turn my neck, shut him up. I sat down, cross, turn my neck, shut him up. The billions put that side. My bride tryna go for a ride. I put Batman's right on her. Put the mask on, cause I be all red. I stay with the all red. We pull up all red. Somebody all red drive. We done pushed that way. Just like you can get bleed. I used to ride badges, then I got reach. This is a she can't be my yeah. This is a she can't be my yeah. I come to your spot. I come to your spot. I come to your spot. Hold up. I got the drop, we laid it. Hold up. Get stolen vehicle, drag it. Hold up. Push in your block. Push in your block. Somebody sit on a prayer. Somebody sit on some prayers. I guess going crazy. I need a whole nother level. I'm on a whole nother level. I'm a different type player. I'm a different type player. I'm a credit player. Shot it, not this gun. Shot it, enormous player. Shot it, true like mail. Right here. Driving the cool road down. I'm about to get us. I sat down, cross, turn my neck, shut him up. I sat down, cross, turn my neck, shut him up. I sat down, cross, turn my neck, shut him up. I sat down, cross, turn my neck, shut him up. The billions put that side. My bride tryna go for a ride. I put Batman's right on her. Put the mask on, cause I be all red. I stay with the all red. We pull up all red. Somebody all red drive.
The second contestant, Jalen Johnson. On your marks. The next player, Amen Thompson.
Check the stats, I do numbers for real. And this ain't no cap, I get money for real. That little boy ain't run up no commas for real. Don't play with baby, I go million for million. I made it out, but yet I'm still in the field. 500 racks sitting in my ears. 10 carat diamonds spit in my earlobe. Superhero baby saving the ghetto. If I'm not the man, I'm the man in the middle. How about a call, my hand on my... He just a fan and he mad, I don't feel him. I know they know that I ran with him. You know I still run with them guys. It's a waste of my time. I want somebody to... I risk it out, put my on the line. I came from the back of the line. We had it cracking since back when the one was alive. You can go ask him my line. I wish Lil Wu would've never went through with his move, but I'm glad that he threw with his dime. Yeah, I'm back going hard again. I'm shutting down my heart again. No one can get next to me, so they gotta put orders in. Try my best to act like I didn't care, but I can't hold it in. And I'm not in the losing. I go hard as I can go to win. I'm back going hard again. I'm shutting down my heart again. No one can get next to me, so they gotta put orders in. Try my best to act like I didn't care, but I can't hold it in. And I'm not in the losing. I go hard as I can go to win. He tryna diss me, that ain't gon' get to me. I can't get my energy. He said that when I see him, then he'll see. No, they mad cause they can't take a seat with me. Got the best of the best in the with me. Hands down, can't nobody compete with me. How you feel like me young, I'm a cash cow. I got 10 million cash for my last album. I'm just waiting on brother to max out. Every show that I get, it be packed out. 5K for your team, you got ripped off. Spend 100,000 on mine. Crack a smile just to show the diamonds. From the corner to another continent. Got a baby daddy, I don't want it. Need a Nike deal, how I'm running. He can't come to the A, he on punishment. Catch that boy out of place, we gon' him. Take his chain and his watch on some funny. Brody ready to crash on some dummy. Gotta me for free, ain't no money. I been on some lady. I been off a jet with some. We had 20 vibes out in Vegas. I'm back going hard again. I'm shutting down my heart again. No one can get next to me, so they gotta put orders in. Try my best to act like I didn't care, but I can't hold it in. And I'm not in the losing. I go hard as I can go to win. I'm back going hard again. I'm shutting down my heart again. No one can get next to me, so they...
Live coverage of the NBA here on 2K Sports. A happy Sunday evening to you and yours. I'm Kevin Harlan. One thing, Doris, that should attract a lot of attention in this game, that matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
So the Mexico City starting five. We've got Butler. He's out there with Plumlee. Aaron Nesmith is out there with Curry. And it's Clayton in at the guard position. Here's Dennis. And he dunks it down.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Curry outside. Orlando grabs the miss.
Yeah, and in winning that last game, they attacked the basket aggressively, drew a lot of fouls in that game.
Two things are a product of that. One, you shoot a ton of freebies. Two, the other team goes deep into its rotation. Neither one of those two things is going to work.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, earlier I spoke with Orlando's head coach, and we talked about facing off against Jimmy Butler. The coach said, you have to compete. No one in the league plays harder than Jimmy. He's a guy who gives his all on both ends, so you can't take one possession off. Jimmy Butler, truly a two-way star. Guys?
Thanks, David. Here's Towns. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game.
How about the creativity, the athleticism? That's a rare combination for a guy his size. Go to work, Cat.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Butler passes to Curry. Butler against Siakam. And the rejection by Towns. High, arcing shot, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul.
I'm not sure what he thought he could get away with there. Pretty clear over the back.
Yeah, easy call for the officials. Sometimes I think you can reach over without making contact, but that was not one of those times.
They set the screen. Pass to Nesmith. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Orlando, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And DeRozan kicks to Siakam. Out to DeRozan. Towns trying to get open. And it's DeRozan missing.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Nice.
Real never switch that. Came a long way. Came a long way. Came a long way. Came a long way. Been a long way. Real long way. And it's still that way. Still that way. And it's still that way. For a day. Live that way. That way. Came a long way. Real long way.
All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce courtside. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for DeMar DeRozan.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
And now the opening lineup for Mexico City. Nesmith out there with Butler. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's Mason Plumlee. Pass to Towns. Kicks it to DeRozan. Plumlee pulls down the board. It's Butler with the ball for Mexico City.
Last time, free throw shooting was their kryptonite. Just could not keep pace.
Well, it's fair to say we can expect a bruising battle between these two, Grant.
Yeah, these are two teams that dare you to bring the ball at them. They both feast on the defensive side, so don't expect any scoring records broken in this one.
Once DeMar has momentum behind him, let me tell you, watch out because he's going to put on a show.
Plumlee passes to Nesmith. Now here's Curry. Shot clock at 6. It's tipped. There's the drive. They get it back. Pass to Siakam. And he can't get that one.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Curry's shot is off.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
Here's Dennis. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game.